Alright, hey, how's it going, guys? I have my Lancaster L47 MSS right here. I'm going to do a quick overview of the rifle. As you can see, this is a wood version. Originally, it came with a super dark maroon, high gloss finish on the wood itself. Um, as you can see, it's not that same finish anymore. It's obviously a satin, low sheen finish on here, as well as it's been stained. The reason for that was I actually dropped one of my 1030 mags and it hit it a little bit and took off a giant chunk of the finish, and so it kind of looked tacky and wanted to go through and redo it and make it look as original of an AK as I possibly could. Um, as I said from the beginning, this is a Lancaster L47 MSS, and that model number stands for L being Lancaster, 47 as it's fashioned after the AK-47 rifle, M for the milled receiver, S being that it has a stainless steel barrel, and it's not the chrome lined barrel that you find on most of the other AKs. This is probably, I want to say, Lancaster's the only company to produce a AK variant with a stainless steel barrel. I haven't seen one out there yet, but there might actually be people out there producing an AK fashioned weapon with a stainless steel barrel. Um, Getting into some of the details of it, this is the milled receiver, as I said before. Compared to the stamped receiver, this receiver is a little bit heavier, but it is robust. I mean, you don't see the receiver flexing whatsoever. I mean, it won't move at all. It's machined out of a solid one piece of steel that has been heated to a Rockwell temperature as listed on the Lancaster website. The trigger mechanism itself is ultra light. It's literally like a 3 to 4 pound trigger. And let me make sure it's hot here. And you can see, as you can tell, the firearm is empty and it does hold back. That's if you just pull it back, it will hold there. As you can see, it is held back. Speaking specifically to the rifle, last shot open, it will not stay open. What that can do is if you had a Yugoslavian style magazine, that will hold the bolt open on the last shot. But as you can see, it was very nicely machined in there. Very clean, no burrs, no nothing. When I got it originally, we fired the gun straight out of the box. Had a few issues, had a little bit of gunk up here in the gas tube. Pulled it out, cleaned it out, sprayed a little bit of WD-40, and we were good to go. But getting back to that trigger, I mean, if you listen to this right here, it's so nice and smooth and just clean, crisp break. This is a Tapco G2 trigger in here. And if you hear that again, nice and clean, no hesitation, no jerking of the trigger whatsoever. Pretty solid. I know with AKs there are people who get very picky in terms of magazine wobble. This is just the standard 1030 magazine that they sent me. There is a little bit of magazine wobble, nothing really to be concerned about. I mean, it's an AK, it's designed to function and fire. What can happen with the magazine wobble is oftentimes if you go from a, let's say, Chinese-made magazine compared to a Russian, Yugoslavian, or Romanian, they all have their own little specs on how they want the magazines to be made, specifically for their firearms, so that is what can cause the magazine wobble. The finish on this gun itself is a gun coat, and the gun coat itself seems to be like a satin finish, just like how I did on the wood. I did not do the gun coat finish, it came like that straight from Lancaster themselves. Originally this did have a rad lock, because I live in California, we're required to have a bullet button on a firearm of this style, and they sent me a rad lock when initially, when I placed the order, that I wanted a bullet button such as this right here, what you see right here. And the issue with that was they ended up when they placed the order, they somehow didn't give me what I wanted, and had to send them a couple emails, gave them a bunch of calls. It ended up taking me an additional month after receiving the gun to get this part in. So initially when I purchased this firearm, I purchased it a while back, and when I had first purchased it, paid the gun out all out in full. They said they wouldn't start unless I paid for it. Paid for it in full. They said I'd have it in a month. Waited a month, gave them a call. They said it'd be shipped out shortly. I'm just waiting on a few things. Just want to make sure everything's up tip-top in tip-top condition. 2 months rolled by, give them another call, and said it'd be out in next week. Waited again, and it ended up being about two to 2.5 months till I got the gun, and a total of 3 to 3.5 months till it was exactly what I ordered from originally. The quality of the material on the firearm, on the milled, and keep in mind this is the milled. I cannot speak to anything on a stamped receiver, but on this specific firearm, I have not had any problems with it whatsoever. It fires and shoots flawlessly. We put about 600 to 700 rounds through this rifle so far. Haven't had any issues. Just been cleaning it, just standard cleaning. A lot of people, and I know someone's gonna ask this, would you buy this type of firearm again? It's a two-part question. One, I would buy a AK-based platform firearm again, whether it is stamped or milled. The second part is, would I buy another rifle from Lancaster Firearms? And I would honestly have to say no. The big issue being that time delay, and I know other people have had issues. It's just really irritates me, considering I am a business major and customer service was essentially going to give you more customers to come back. I ended up paying about $900 out the door, and that was after I paid $100 to my FFL here in California to receive the firearm and to do the paperwork. So I paid $800 to Lancaster and $100 to my FFL for a grand total of $900 to get this firearm to my house. All in all, I'm happy with it. I'm cool with it. I'm alright. But like I said, I would not buy another firearm from Lancaster ever, actually. And if someone asks me, I tell them, like, hey, the gun's good. Their business side, it's questionable. But like I said, I like this firearm. It's cool, but I would not recommend them. If you guys have any questions, please leave me any comments down below. Any questions, comments. If you want to send me a personal message, feel free to do that as well. Like I said, I will try to answer you guys' questions in a timely fashion, or as time is permitted. With that being said, you guys have a good one, and see you guys till next time.